Amy Madigan, welcome to Turner Classic Movies.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
We are all thrilled to see you. It's such an exciting time for you. You have found yourself smack dab in the middle of the award season for your performance in the movie Weapons, which is one of my favorite movies of last year. So congratulations on everything that's been going on.
Thank you. Yes, Gladys has taken on a life of her own, but it's a tad overwhelming at times, but I'm just so proud of her, and I'm proud of the movie, so it's pretty nice.
What I love about the timing of all of this is that exactly 40 years ago, you received your first ever Academy Award nomination for a terrific film that we're going to start off with tonight.
Oh, I'm so glad.
From 1985, it's Twice in a Lifetime, directed by Bud Yorkin,
Yes.
and with a cast that is mind-boggling.
I know,
Gene
truly.
Hackman, Ellen Burstyn, Anne Margaret, Ali Sheedy, Stephen Lang,
Yes.
yourself.
I know it. It's just kind of amazing. Daryl Larson, who was a young actor who was coming up then.
Yep.
So many good people in it.
When you think back to this time in your career, so you had done Places in the Heart, you had done Streets of Fire, you had done some interesting television work. What was it like for you to get this part in this movie with this group of performers?
I remember meeting Bud Yorkin very, very vividly in his office, and I just kind of came in, and I really liked the script a lot, and I knew that this character, Sonny, was a very powerful presence. And it's about a family breaking up, and so there was a universality to it. But I knew Bud Yorkin through all the work that he's done on his television work, that he was a little more behind the scenes than, let's say, Mr. Lear was, and I knew that he would handle it well. So, you know, to be with Gene and Anne Margaret and Ellen, I was like, wow. And then Dennehy, because I'd seen him do theater stuff. So it was a great gift.
So yeah, as you mentioned, this movie is about a family. Gene Hackman and Ellen Burstyn are married. Gene Hackman starts an affair with a woman that he's met, played by Anne Margaret, and much to the consternation of his adult children, particularly your character. Her name might be Sunny, but she is not.
Right.
And she's the one who takes it the hardest of everyone in the family. How would you describe what you remember as being what was going on with her at the time?
Yeah, just my own work, working on that film, I was so zeroed in on this character in the script. And I thought, I don't want to pull any punches with this because everybody is a different personality in the family. And there's always one that is a tad more explosive and feels they have to be the mouthpiece for all the injustices. So I took that mantle on very willingly. And I had a really good time doing it. But I remember doing it, I was so zeroed in. It was kind of that line of like, is this real or is it not real? Which was fantastic from actor point of view. I thought I would be intimidated when I first met the people. Of course I was. But after we started working, those guys are all pros. And they knew what my point of being was as this family member. So, you know, they were welcoming to it, you know.
Before we watch the movie, for people who are seeing it for the first time, there's one scene in particular that stands out to me amongst all the powerful work that you deliver in this, and it's a confrontation scene in this bar where your father, Gene Hackman, hangs out a lot. And it's really where Sonny lets him have it and really tells everyone how she's feeling about this and pleads her case, if you will.
Yes.
What do you remember about that? Because that must have felt like an important scene, centerpiece scene for you and the character.
Oh, absolutely. And prior to that, you see her in different times of the days getting more and more kind of upset and worked up. And she has this idea, I'm just going to go in here and just tell everybody what's going on and tell her to leave. Well, clearly that is not what happens.
No.
And I came in really strong. And I know that that made a couple of people kind of rear back, you know, and it's like, nobody's in jeopardy here. You know, I'm a physical performer, I'm a live performer, so I just kind of went for it. And Anne Margaret, as it would turn out, really vibed in with me. And then they had to do the coverage on her, which took a couple of days, and she asked me if I would be with her and come back and really do the scene with her when it was her coverage, so the camera was turning on her. And I said, yeah, I'd be glad to. And she was very thankful for it, and that's what you should be able to do.
It's a great scene and a terrific performance, and it earned you your first Oscar nomination. So let's watch the movie, and then we'll talk more about it afterwards.
Okay.
Here is Amy Madigan from 1985 in Twice in a Lifetime. I'm back with Amy Madigan to talk a little bit more about her Oscar-nominated performance in Twice in a Lifetime. I love the scene at the strip club. I love all the faces that you make as you're watching all these male strippers dancing all around you. You're just kind of like, what is going on?
Absolutely.
That must have been fun to shoot.
It was. And the guys who were the dancers were so buff, and they were really having a blast. So we had all the extras, and it's like, okay, now you really enjoy this. The extras had no problem whatsoever enjoying this. So the guys really had a good time. So did we.
Yeah. Do you remember what it felt like for you? So you had a Golden Globe nomination first, as did Gene Hackman, by the way.
Yes.
And then the Academy Award nominations came out and you were nominated for this performance. Now that you're going through this whole process again with Weapons, do you remember what it was like to go through it 40 years ago for this movie?
This is so markedly different how award season works now. So when I was coming up and when they had that, it wasn't like all these people were saying, gee, we want to talk to Amy and we would like to do an interview and can we do this and will she come on a podcast? That didn't exist. So I was kind of very excited. I wasn't expecting it at all. I didn't have, a stylist. I had to go to the store and buy a dress. And it just kind of happened in a very natural way. This award season is very overwhelming and there's so much to do. I mean, I'm very proud of my work and happy for it, but it's a lot. And that was not the case 40 years ago.
Right. Oh, it's
Right.
it's become a much longer season now.
Yes, it is.
It's like a political campaign now.
I know it. You
Well,
know that. You're
yeah.
interviewing people all the time.
For sure. I went back and watched the clip. So it was Angelica Houston who won that category that year
Right.
for Prizzi's Honor. But there you are sitting next to your wonderful husband, Ed Harris, and you look great. You look fantastic, and you're just happy to be there. You're also nominated in the same category as Oprah Winfrey for The Color Purple.
That's right.
I think that was the year that Cher went.
Sure, yes.
And she wasn't nominated that year, but it was the year she came out in that Bob Mackie.
And she looked fab, didn't
Crazy
she?
look,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Did you remember having a good time at least that night?
Yes, I did, because it was just all so new and so exciting, and just like anybody else, you go, oh look, there's that person. I mean, I'm a good fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was fun.
So is it interesting for you to think back to this period in your life? I mean, it's just so satisfying that it's exactly 40 years ago, and now here you are back again in a similar moment. Do you like the coincidence of that?
Yeah, it's a lot to think of how long your career is, and you hope it's going to extend. When you go up, when you go down, you can really go down. And so it's nice in another way, because I've had a lot of work from then till now in a variety of ways, had a lot of down periods. So, and that's what a career is. So I get to reflect on kind of the longevity and what that means to me personally and my acting life. Yeah.
Well, I have questions for you about the performance in Weapons, so if you'll stick around with me, we'll show another movie and talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay with us, because coming up next, Amy and I will return to talk about a classic film from 1962 starring Bette Davis and Joan Crawford that inspired her work in Weapons. Don't go anywhere.
Next on TCM, whatever happened to Baby Jane? Then Shield for Murder, and later, the Gumball Rally. Make a pit stop with TCM tonight.